What's going on, everybody? I'm Jory Goodman, the Time Teller, and Spooky Ooky season is here. We are mid-October. The Dahmer Netflix series has taken over the airways. It's all anyone wants to talk about. And so today, I figured on the Time Teller channel, we would talk about a killer Rolex. No. Okay, well, we're going to talk about a Rolex that helped catch a killer. There you go. There you go. Sound interesting? Good. Welcome to the Time Teller True Crime channel. TTTTCC. Nice. It is 3:47 p.m. Let's get down to business. All right, guys. So real quick, people get upset with me because I don't do wristwatch checks enough in my episodes. I'm wearing my SBBN 031 Big Tuna, the best dive watch that ever lived. And I know some people are going to be like, wait, Time Teller, it's not a T3 Spooky Ooky episode if you're not wearing the wolf mask. I've done that every year. I'm not going to do it anymore because we shoot in 4K now. We have editors. We got microphones. We got lighting. We got new PCs. We take this seriously, all right? No more goofball of the orology world. We are serious orologists. I'm sorry, man. You know what? I can't. I cannot take this seriously. I take the channel seriously. I take my viewers seriously. But I can't take orology seriously. I'm having too much fun. I am having fun because that's what this hobby is supposed to be. It is supposed to be fun. If anybody tells you that you're not taking it seriously enough, make another joke about you blow your money away. Take another joke about how Tag Heuer is actually just a poop watchmaker. Make jokes, have fun, be merry. And you know what? No, it's not that I can't. I won't. I will not take this seriously.
I did not hit her. It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
And I also will not wear this mask for the entire episode because it sheds all over my face. And dude, I don't know if I look like an Orthodox Jew or if I look like a Mongolian warrior. It's pretty dope. We're gonna rock with this the entire episode. Hell yeah. By the way, subscribe to T3 Time to Drive, link in the description below. Once we hit 10,000 subscribers over there, you have 3 chances to win 3 awesome watches. We'll talk about it after the episode. Okay, so this story's interesting, and we like to have fun on this channel. I mean, the whole intro has been an absolute train wreck, but we need to keep in mind someone did lose their life during this whole scenario, so let's be somewhat respectful, although that's never stopped true crime podcasters. Every true crime podcast is the exact same, by the way. It's 2 women sitting on a couch, clutching their pumpkin spice lattes, being like, all right, murder mistresses, it's time for another super spicy serial killer slasher story. This one involves 10 women getting their eyes gouged out of their skull and being left for dead in a horror dungeon. Now, I don't know about you guys at home, but if I got my eyes gouged out of my head and I was left for dead in a horror dungeon, I would literally die unless I had today's sponsor, Audible. Like, how are you going to describe the most tragic story ever in vile detail and then roll right into an ad read? It's impressive, honestly. Whatever. So, today's story takes place in 1996 when a fisherman off the coast of South Devon, UK, pulled up something that he was not expecting. A dead body. Now, investigators looked over this dead body and they confirmed it was a man with a head wound, but they just assumed that this guy hit his head and inevitably drown in the water. Easy peasy, right? Well, they were kind of shooting in the dark because they didn't have all that much to go on in the first place, aside from the location of the body, the fact that it was a grown man, he had a head wound, and he was wearing a Rolex Oyster Perpetual. And here's where you have to give some credit to the investigators, because I feel like some people would probably overlook this detail as just an accessory the victim was wearing or this dead person was wearing, because again, they were first operating under the assumption this was an accident. But someone assigned to this case took the watch to Rolex, had them run the service history and the serial number, and this was a huge turning point in the case. Rolex noted that this watch was serviced by a certain Ronald Platt 10 years earlier in 1986, and investigators used that information, cross-referenced it with some pictures and some family information, and they have confirmed that the dead man was Ronald Platt. Now, they could have just left it at that, but the truth is, the watch came in handy once again. You see, the Rolex Oyster Perpetual is waterproof, has a date complication, and they factored in the power reserve to have a relative time that this person died. Now, they started looking further into what Ronald Platt was doing around this kind of rough time frame, and they found a name and phone number that kept showing up in Ronald Platt's notes. It was the number to a certain Albert Johnson Walker, using the alias David Davis. But when police tried to get in contact with Mr. David Davis, he wasn't home, so they spoke to the neighbors. And the neighbors said, well, we've never heard of David Davis. Person that lives there is Ronald Platt. Now, you could imagine how shocked police were when they heard that, because they were like, really? Ronald Platt lives there? Because we have a Ronald Platt in the morgue, and that Ronald Platt didn't live at the location that we are currently standing. So they waited and they arrested David Davis, real name Albert Johnson Walker, under the suspicion of murder and, of course, identity theft. And here's where everything kind of snowballed. So back in 1992, Albert Walker Johnson gave his associate Ronald Platt tickets for him and his family to move to Canada. And he convinced them to stay there for a while. He was like, you know what, the economy's better over there. You're gonna have a better time in Canada. Go just have some maple sugar candy and some poutine and enjoy yourself. Knock yourself out. Just don't come back here for a little bit. And Ronald Platt was like, yeah, that sounds good. Poutine sounds delicious. I'll take my family to Canada. And pretty much the second the Platt family stepped foot on the plane, Albert Walker Johnson assumed Ronald Platt's identity and started doing shady business stuff. You see, Albert Walker Johnson was a crook, plain and simple. Apparently, altogether, he could be tied to over 1.67 million pounds, and that's a lot of embezzled money, although he apparently has not disclosed the total of what he has embezzled, but they assume that a whole lot more is hidden somewhere. But the thing is, a few years later, in 1996, Ronald Platt decided that Canada wasn't the best fit for him, so he moved back to UK. And Albert Walker Johnson started getting very nervous about that. Because if the real Ronald Platt showed up in town where he was pretending to be Ronald Platt, the jig is up. So Albert decided to nip this in the bud and give him a little welcome party. Hey, welcome back to the UK. You want to go fishing? And unfortunately, Ronald agreed and went fishing with this freaking psychopath. Albert hit Ronald over the head with something, and then he tied an anchor to his waist and let him go down into the water, where he would never be seen again, or so he thought. Thankfully, Albert was caught, and he got transferred to the Canadian prison system in 2005, where he remains a 76-year-old man, and he will hopefully never ever see the light of day. He will probably die in prison because he was sentenced to life in prison plus 4 years. It's those last 4 that get you. But the crazy thing is, guys, there would have been 0 immediate leads without that little Rolex Oyster Perpetual. And there you have it, guys. A Rolex helped catch a killer. And there you have it, guys. Something new from the channel. I figured it would fit the theme of the month. And yeah, maybe I'll take a look at some other wristwatch crime stories. It was really fun reading about this and writing about this. So yeah, guys, leave me a comment. Have you heard about this story, or any of you from the areas in which this went down? Do you have any other insight about this crime story? Leave it in the comment section below. And if you have another story you'd like me to go over, leave that in the comment section below and we'll start working on it. All right, guys, I will catch you on the next one. Enjoy the rest of Spooky Ooky October. I love you guys. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay blessed. I'm Jory Goodman, the Time Teller. Always remember, I didn't invent time. I just tell it. All right, guys, so about the giveaway. We are almost at 10,000 subscribers on T3 Time to Drive, and I promised you once we hit 10,000 subscribers over there, you will have 3 chances to win 3 awesome watches, and the only thing you have to do is click the subscribe button, leave a comment on any of the episodes there, and just say hi, and I'll be stoked to see you. And again, once we hit 10,000, you could be picked to win one of 3 very cool watches. We're giving away 2 Orient Aviation watches, 1 Vero Workhorse Track Day, and I'm thinking we're going to do giveaways every month. I think that's going to be a fun thing to do over there, because I do want to reward you guys for supporting me, and you guys have been so incredible. And yeah, I truly do have the best viewers in the world. So I do want to thank you guys for supporting me over there, and we are so close to hitting the goal. So special thanks to Vero Watch Company and Orient for making this happen. And yeah, what the heck? All right, guys, so I don't know what happened, but the audio did cut out. I just wanted to thank Vero Watch Company and Orient for making this giveaway possible, and I wanted to thank you guys for making the channel possible. All right, guys, I will catch you on the next one. Love ya. See ya.